The Phantom Lancer. Although getting slapped down by the briefcase man. Oh, taking a lot of damage. One more right click or to do it. Yapso, he moves away. Solo, he thinks he's safe. He gets the Shadow Word out, but he's still ultimately probably going to go down here. And indeed he will. Yapso claims the first blood on the top. Yo, meanwhile, with the Moonlight Shadow up, that's going to be a dead Solo. And now they might want to look to Ramses as well. He throws a stun out onto mid one. Gets some items delivered. Arrow comes out, manages to hit onto point blank. Gets a crit out onto mid one. Ramses is looking pretty low. His ultimate is going to be popped. Roger is here. Do they want to possibly go for a return? Though he's going to come back into the lane. And Alfata doesn't get the Vendetta hit out, but he does get the stun. And now with two other stuns, as well as some stun out. Rock dropped as well. Mid one tries to Remnant away, gets the other Remnant out. So now that Remnant's just going to hit the tower. Dragon Slave comes out with the third and final Remnant. He will manage to get away, but Yapsaw, he won't be so lucky. So now Secret, grouping in mid. Ramses goes bot with Pasha. Try and find a kill there. Oh! Mr. Claire used on the Solo. Gets pretty low, does go down. And now Yule's up on mid one. On no one, rather. Oh, but the Primal Roar, Rune is used. Having two wands, it's very confusing. Yapsor cancels his TP. Does get stunned up. The two things independent of one another. Roger gets a 3-man stun out, but is it really going to amount to anything? VP, do they have the follow-up? Doesn't seem like it. Stun used out onto Fata. Remnant forward, Roger will go down. But meanwhile, slept on the sidelines is Ramses. No one getting pretty low. He's going to go down for real this time off the back of the Yules. Not quite sure if this is the real one. Stun is going to whiff. Ace, doppelgangers into the trees, and now with some illusions spawned, Ramses is going to be silenced up. They're going to mana burn him down. He doesn't quite have mana for a reincarnation now because of this. Meanwhile, no one. Yule's up, taking a lot of damage. Thanks to the roar, Puppy goes down, but Pasha, he's going to give his life for it. Double kill for mid one. And now moving back towards mid. They're stomping out on the wave. Pasha is nearby. The smoke does break. They get the chains out of the Mystic Flare, but he's going to blink away. Good diffusion of the smoke. Meanwhile, a Purge comes out onto the illusion. Roger, though, caught out underneath the Radiant Sentry Ward. He gets arrowed up. But mid one tries to go on him, but he's going to eat a Laguna Blade and a Light Striker over his troubles. He'll go down. Traded life with Roger, but a big Earth Splitter is coming out, doing a lot of damage onto Pasha and no one, who uses himself up. Pasha goes down, but the Golem gets dropped. There's a big Fatal Bonds going out. Fada taking a lot of damage from Ramses, who blinks forward to meet the lead. Arrow up. Not going to stun him for very long, though. Kisses coming out from Roger in the chat. Meanwhile, the Ace caught up by the Light Strike Array, taking a lot of damage. The Dragon Slave, the upheaval, trying to slow him away. He's going to try and doppelganger away. Ramses, he stuns the illusion, so they're not quite going to find that kill. Ramses taking a lot of damage thanks to this Agent Seal and the magic damage. Because there's more happening. They teleport in, and Solo is going to go down, but Ramses, he's going to want to get out of this. But no one, meanwhile, going to stay around and fight. And Ramses even, he cancels his TP as they go forward onto no one. He blinks in with the stun. Ace, meanwhile, on the backlines, trying to go down on no one, burning up on his mana. He's got no mana left. Spike Carapace used by Roger, who gets caught in the Mystic Flare. Ramses, meanwhile, his ultimate finally pops. Second life of the Raking active. They chains him up, silence him up, and now with the illusions, they're gonna beat him up. Kill claimed by Fata. Both teams have a lot of resources available. These fights can go on for a while with spells being used. Oh, Moonlight Shadow up, 3-man chains coming up into the arrow onto Pasha. He's gonna go down immediately. Meanwhile, the rock is going to be dropped as Fata gets stunned up. Raw Puppy, he's low, the Laguna Blade, and one more right click. Fatal Bonds is used. There's no Golem here, not for another minute and a half. Meanwhile, chains come out, but it looks like mid one might be going in a bit too much over his head, taking a lot of damage from Ramses. And locked down by the Light Strike Array. That was very nearly a dead Wraith King, but now Ramses, he's caught by the arrow and taking a lot of mana burn here, though with a roar out onto Ace that will give Ramses room to reincarnate. Blinks away from the Earth Splitter. So that won't do a whole lot. Meanwhile, Ace, stunned up, Laguna Blade as well, gets blocked up, but it won't quite matter. Because he still goes down in the end. That's a kill VP have been looking for a good while. But now mid one, he's here to do damage as well. Mid one, rather, Ramses rooted up, silenced up, and now beaten up. Oh, root up onto Ramses. He takes the arrow as well as Pasha goes in, gets the roar out onto Ace, and no one gets the stun out. And now a rock going to be dropped. Mid one, he's BKB'd up, so he's going to be sort of having free reign in these fights. Pasha does go down. Meanwhile, Puppy gets Laguna Bladed up, one right click away, but he will be safe because of the Yules. Ramses, his ult pops. And it seems like that might be where we leave it. The Moonlight Shadow, so Puppey won't quite die back yet, and mid one starts remnanting forward with the Shivas going out. No one taking a lot of damage from this. He'll lose his Aegis. Puppey gets stunned, gonna be disjointed by the Invis. No one manages to dodge the sleep, and now mid one. He might be in a bit over his head, gets Primal Roar and Laguna Blade, but no one taking a hell of a lot of damage from that Earth Splitter. He goes down. Mid one does as well in the end, and now that's the ulti of Ramses popped. This is looking bad for VP. Rock gets used, but really, how much can it do? There's only two heroes here. And Solo having to get away. He was channeling the upheaval, but now he's going to go down as well. Ace just marching forward. It was looking so good. What happened? And now no one walks forward, doesn't quite find the stun onto mid one. Ramses taking damage, gets slept up. Meanwhile, the Mystic Flare out onto Pasha. Mid one, mana burn up, but Roger might give his life, trying to drain the mana of the Ember Spirit. Indeed he will. It's a double kill for Fata. Meanwhile, Ramses just getting bullied by Ace. Back where the main fight is happening, he gets Yulzed up, so it's no courier for the Radiant side. And while Solo gets slowed up, and with the Mystic Flare as well, they're going to start trying to burst him down. But meanwhile, a Roar out onto the Skywrath Mage. Solo will end up going down, but so will Puppey. Meanwhile, mid one as well goes down to Ramses. And now Ace gets stunned up as well. Now suddenly it's looking like VP are going to be the ones to take this game back. Does he have buyback? Yes, he does. We're in a similar situation. The only thing separating it being a tier 2 top that's available for the Radiant. Chains and Sleep out. Arrow doesn't quite land onto no one, almost, but not quite. Stun used onto Faster. No one actually taking a hell of a lot of damage, and the Aegis will be popped. Meanwhile, Skywrath up in the air. Ramses, though, taking a lot of damage from the Mystic Flare, the last one thrown out before death. Emol on the backline. Primal Roar used onto Ace, who will Manta and try to get away. Ramses, he's just focusing up on the buildings. They have to take some kind of tangible advantage. Fata, though, will go down. That's pretty tangible, if you ask me. Meanwhile, mid one, going forward with the BKB. Trying to get damage out onto these heroes. Ramses, though, he's big, he's mean, and he wants to cause some property damage. Fata buys back, and it seems like they're going to force VP away. Root out. Oh, meanwhile, no one. Rooted up. In a bit of trouble here. BKB pop trying to run away, but he won't quite manage to get away from the physical damage. Another Moonlight Shadow. They desperately want to try and catch VP with their pants down, and it looks like that might happen as Ramses blinks into the arrow. He's silenced up, but he pops the BKB. But now the stun coming out from no one, as well as the nukes. The Dragon Slave goes forward. Fata tries to get the leap away. Ace on the backlines, punching into Solo. And now, root out onto Ramses. He's silenced up and being nuked out again. His ulti is still available. He's not quite going to go down. He might here to the Arcane Bolt, and indeed he will. That is the Wraith King ulti pop, but now a Primal Roar goes out onto Puppey. He will go down. Finally some blood being spilled. Roger, that's a dieback on him. Ace going forward onto Ramses. He can't really afford to die here. I mean, he still has a buyback, but he doesn't have an ultimate. No one also taking a lot of damage, but just about manages to avoid the arrow. And Fata, he's very low, but he wants to assist his team in this as no one just trying to get away. VP, I don't think they can contest this, and I think they realize that as well. Another Moonlight Shadow gets used. This cooldown talent is ridiculous. Ramses taking a lot of damage. This might be his ulti used again. He's taking damage even from Roche. He will go down to Roche, and that'll be his ultimate pop, though the stuns come out. He BKBs off the arrow, and meanwhile, Ace going on to Roger. Two-man stun comes out, though he BKBs it off, and now the Golem gets used. Ace taking a lot of damage, but he Manta dodges it away. Roger goes down, and now Solo is going to go down as well. Spawns the Golem on death, and it's a killing spree for Ramses. No one. Low on the backlines. Very low, in fact. Ace goes forward. He desperately wants this kill, but no one. He's invised up. Meanwhile, Ramses, he might be the one to go down instead, as no one. He tries to get away, but Ace just manning up. Nullifier blocked by the Lincoln Sphere as Pasha goes down again. 120 seconds with no Beastmaster. And Ramses, it looks like he's going to go down as well. He has buyback. Secret once again sending illusions to siege the base. They get the stomp and the sleep out on no one. Root him up as well. Doppelganger to dodge the impale. And now, Secret are going to start hitting barracks. No one taking a lot of damage from these illusions. He's trying to clear them out. He BKBs and will run back to the fountain. Meanwhile, Ramses silenced up, taking damage. It's really the Ace show here. He's just running him over. Though the silence and the sleeps from the supports can't be ignored. Solo will go down, spawns the Golem on death, instantly buys back. Meanwhile, Ramses taking a lot of damage from the illusions. He's going to live, if only for the time being. Earth Splitter comes out It's going to hit on the Ramses. No, he dies just before then. Meanwhile, Solo taking a lot of damage. This is going to be a dieback on him. He spawns the second golem. No one will instantly buy back. Roger goes down as well. An instant buyback from him. And now, Ace. He gets stunned up. Or is that's Morana. She goes down, gets hexed up, and ultimately will die to the golem. Finding a bit of a moment here. Ramses takes a lot of damage from the Earth Splitter. Roger gets hexed up though. Ace going to start turning and doing the damage to him. But VP, they're going to start looking for the Phantom Lancer themselves. Puppy, he buys back on the Skywrath Mage as Roger goes invis and slinks away. Ace, on about half health, curious about whether or not he should go back in. Oh, stun out onto Ace. They start getting the right clicks out on him. They drop the Golem as well. In the Lincoln Sphere will block the Wraithfire Blast. He gets hexed up, and now BKB, popped by Pasha, gets the stun out onto the Skywrath Mage. Ace goes down, Puppy goes down as well. Holy shit, but the huge Earth Splitter! Mid-1 goes in, he brings Pasha down. 120 seconds, no nicks, no Beastmaster, and they go for more. Ramses, his ulti's gonna be popped. Going so hard, triple buybacks. No one, he's got to stand and deliver. He's taking damage here. Ace brought back. Been working out lately. He's managed to go down a few times in spite of that. Now Ace going in, hitting onto the buildings. They sleep up the Wraith King. Now Ramses gets rooted up again, taking a lot of damage. Oh, meanwhile, Pasha, he gets silenced up. He's not going to be able to get a roar off. Next Assassin will buy back. Those buybacks are coming back off cooldown. Pasha will buy back as well. Ramses goes down. He's going to have to buy back as well if he has it. No one. Getting very low. Solo. He dies. The roar comes out this time. We're back in the situation we were about 10 minutes ago. 5 buybacks on Secret. None on VP. No one. Getting low. Is he going to go down to the Earth Splitter? No, he isn't. With the last couple of spells, managed to bring him down. That's 120 seconds with no Lina and VP after 83 minutes of desperately trying to fight. The servers are lagging out in celebration. Almost an hour and a half of nail-biting Dota. Oh, it's a mid-1 Visage. Alright then, okay. What was that called? Oh, Solo. It was the first blood was happening, and now it seems like second blood might be happening right after it. As Vata getting chased down, the Mango gets eaten by Vata. Oh, Casket comes out, gonna bounce between the two heroes, and now they're gonna go on to Ramses as he takes a fair bit of damage. The Maledict comes out onto him, but he will time walk the damage away while also picking up a kill onto A. Oh, Death Ward out on the top lane with the bounces of the Cascade. All of them managing to keep it in place. Time walks away. Panic Chronospheres to stop the Witch Doctor from coming in, but still goes down to the Maledict and the damage of Ace. So, an embarrassing play there by Ramses. But down bottom, it seems like VP aren't going to be left wholly with egg on their face as they manage to bring down Fata for an early medallion instead of straight into the Necros. Oh, Ace comes in, gets the first hit bash from Ramses, and the second, and a bash reasonably soon after that. They stun him out with the Casket. Shadow Dances pop, Time Dilation comes out, now going to start beating into Puppy. Got the damage, especially with that bash, to bring him down. Oh, the heal comes out for a bit, but instead, Pasha teleports in. Oh, no one. He's going to run into Puppy anyway. Force stuff down to the low ground, but now into the clutches of Ace. That's going to be his downfall. He gets leashed up, and now with the banish coming out, Solo's here. The rest of VP TPing in to try and save the life of their mid laner. Now Ramses comes in with the Mystic Flare out, catching Axe on the edge of the Chronosphere. There's the combo in action. Double kill for Ramses. Pops the... Oh, Ramses, though, taking a lot of damage. He popped the Mask of Madness to try and farm the Catapult, but that meant he was taking increased damage to the OD ult, the first hammer being dropped in the game. Pasha invised up. They get the call out onto Solo, but meanwhile, Witch Doctor going to get caught in the backlines. Very well played there by the two of them. Raw into the Chronosphere. Solo goes down as well. He did ultimately go down, but Yapsaw, he gets brought down as well almost as soon as he TP'd in. But now Roger taking a lot of damage from Ace. Secret, they have eyes onto Ramses, and they get the Berserker's call out onto him, but then the Mystic Flare comes out as they banish up to save the carry, and Fata will go down. The silence combined with everything else, he's taking a lot of damage, and then Solo goes down as well.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Now no one blinks in, gets the banish out onto the Visage. They Chronosphere him preemptively, but this is just going to give Puppy a chance to set up, but they Death Ward him, they Death Ward Ramses, but then giving Puppy a chance to set up just gives no one a chance to set up as they drop the hammer, and ultimately the Chronosphere will result in 2 dead. Oh, Ramses time walking to the other side of the circle. Ace goes down on bottom to no one, that's unexpected. Meanwhile, Ramsey's on the backlines trying to find a bash onto Yapsor. He will finally find it, but not before Yapsor manages to take out the Disruptor. And now Puppey, he's not long for this world either. Silenced up, taking damage from the Skywrath Mage and being finished off by the Faceless Void. As Ramses just begins to get a little bit out of control this game. Back onto Yapsor. Not going to result in a whole lot. You know, Ramses, though, he manages to find no one on the edge of the Chronosphere. Puppey drops the Death Wall, but it's in the Chrono. Not going to actually do any damage. Though Ramses actually does take a bit of damage from it. Meanwhile, Fata goes down in the mid lane thanks to the Static Storm. And now Ramses, time walking forward, he gets the hit onto Puppey, but Puppey gets glimpsed back. And now in the clutches of no one. And in 4 hits, that's going to be the Witch Doctor going down. But Ramses, he can move on to greener pastures, killing off the Zeus. And now this is going to be a wipe as Ace finally... I can't believe what just happened either. Get some scouting done. Glimpse back Yapsor, catch him in the circle, and there's a lot of damage in his future. I think we can all agree on that. Stomp out, bash, Arcane Orb, dead. As soon as this glyph runs out, they're going to start doing damage to the buildings again. But now they might want to maybe think about getting out. Brave chill out on the Ramses. Instead, he's going to go right back in. Gets the Chrono out onto mid one, who's also going to get Mystic Flared and killed. They stun him up, and with the Death Wall, that's going to be his Aegis gone. They actually managed to bring him down, but then Fata gets caught on the backlines, trying to be sneaky and invis up, but instead, he's just going to get caught. Puppey having a bit of a dance with no one. Gets caught in the Astral for his troubles, and caught in the circle of fun from the Disruptor. Whoops is coming out in chat. And the TP in. Ramses TP's in. Manages to get the Chrono out onto Ace. And with that Mjolnir and the attack speed from the Mask of Madness, we're having fried fish tonight. A Secret in the mid lane, they instantly back off, but they get the Static Storm and the Glimpse out onto Fata. He tries to TP away. They manage to get the Astral Imprisonment out, though. And meanwhile, he BKBs and kills Puppey in the time it takes Fata to come back. And he doesn't even gonna bother looking back at him. They Primal Roar and they manage to kill him off with Ramses. While no one, he's busy chasing a support. They bring him down as well. And in the meantime, Yapsor goes down in the base. And the other one's soon to fall. Ramses denies the tier 2. Ace. He needs to get something. He goes for the kill on the solo, and he might just get it. Nope, he gets caught in the kinetic field, and now Ace, he's got a TP away, but they get the Astral Imprisonment. He can't even solo kill a position 5 as a Slark. He tries to go for it at the very end. They're looking for some kind of initiation, anything, but again, it's onto an Aegis Void, who's just going to go in, gets a Chrono out, doesn't quite catch mid one, but he doesn't care. He's going to go back, get Puppey. Meanwhile, Ace goes in, gets instantly blown up thanks to the hammer and the right clicks. Fata goes down as well, mid one goes down, double kill for no one. Yapsor. It doesn't even matter what happens to Yapsor because Secret call it. 35 minutes, 26k VP. They take the series 2-1 in quite the fashion.
Place your bets at gg.bet. Most popular esports titles. Deposit with convenient payment options. Cool mini games. And 24/7 support for players. Sign up now for the best esports bets at gg.bet.